Good morning, Coolest Coast. It is time for Coffee with Kristin and Tina. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Kristin and Tina. We're your hosts. This is Kristin Odell of KLO. I'm Tina Prigge with Vagabond Creative Studios. So happy to see you this morning.
Good morning. I'm trying to channel spring today.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking like it's almost Easter. And then I saw the prediction of 1 to 3 inches of possible snow. And I just had to fall back to the puffy vest and scarf.
Here's a fun fact. On the way home from the gym this morning, it was snowing a little bit. There were flurries.
Shh.
It really was.
Hey, you know what is happy? We have a special guest joining us this morning, and I'm really excited. So, Meet the Seavers. She is one half of that dynamic duo. It's Dorothy Seavers. Let's bring her on so we can have a cool conversation with her. Here is Dorothy Seavers.
Yeah. I'm still dancing off the music.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that.
You know, Dorothy, that's awesome because you do music. You are into music. You perform music.
Yeah.
Let's tell people a little bit about that. I've got a clip I want to share with them.
Okay.
But let's set them up a little bit first.
Woo-hoo, let's do that.
They kind of have an idea of what we're going for here. What is Meet the Seavers?
Meet the Seavers is a really cool duo. We're originally out of Nashville, Tennessee. We lived in Nashville for 30 years, but we are now Manitowocans, 3 years in Manitowoc. So we are here to stay and we are loving it.
Welcome. Yeah, we're so glad to have you here. And I want to know, Kristin wants to know more about what that means. But I want people to know who we're talking to first. So let's play this little video clip because, Dorothy, it is so cool. Do we need any introduction to what we're about to see here?
I don't think so. I mean, this is one of our live shows that we did back in Nashville, and we love the band. We always have like cool members that play with us. We get into the outfits, and this is all original music that's written by my husband, Jace K. Seavers. So we just love what we do.
What you see on the screen here is Jace Seavers on the left playing the stand-up bass. Dorothy is going to be rocking the mic. Let's listen to this for a moment.
But you waited for someone.
Oh no!
Want to become an amazing content creator? You should use motion arrays, templates, motion graphics, presets.
You got a plan. Well, you never try to move your hand. You got a dream that's rattling inside your head. You never shake the world up if you just intend. It will take forever till the sun is cold and dead. Cold and dead, baby. You might be wise, but your hopes are never realized. You might be proud, baby, but your actions never make a sound. You're like a man who's dying of a slow disease, who won't cross the street to take a remedy. You think somebody else will cure you on your knees, and you're still on your knees praying, boy. Get up.
That song is, let me give you a little bit of information about that particular song. My son, who was 12 years old at that time, wanted to conquer the world, but he wanted to do it from the comfort of the couch. So Jace, being the writer, musician that he is, he wrote a song about the 12-year-old, and it's called Inertia. So that's what it's about. Yeah.
I think I'm going to steal this move.
Come on, girl. Yeah.
I'm going to bring this out at some point.
Come on. We can all bring it out this morning because we need a little heat this morning because it is so cold out there. What is going on?
So, Dorothy, I love, like, in that video, your costumes are incredible. Here's another shot of you and Jason costume. Here's another totally different shot. Look at these. Another shot. You guys are incredible performers.
Yeah, that's part of the music. I mean, you have to dress for the occasion. And I will pick up a good outfit from any place. It could be a thrift store. It could be a costume place. It could be any place. If you have any crazy outfits out there that you think I would enjoy wearing, please let me know.
I love it.
I do too.
So, Dorothy, of all the places you
Yes.
could go in the whole wide world from Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
you and Jace have landed in Manitowoc. Just tell us
Yeah.
about that a little bit.
Well, Jace graduated. Well, he went to school back in the 60s and 70s. I mean, he lived here in the 60s and 70s. And I think he attended Lincoln. He went to Andrew Jackson, I believe. But we would always come back for his class reunions. We did that like 3 times. We would always go to Navarre Beach for our vacation. And we kept coming back. And on the 5th time we came back, I said, well, love, when we made it back to Nashville, it's like, it doesn't seem like home anymore. Because each time we came here, and especially the last time, we saw the moon over Lake Michigan. That was a big seller. I was like, this is the place here. And I just love that it's a small town. It's quaint. It's, I just love everything about it. And the people who are living here, you really do have a gem here in Manitowoc. It's a beautiful place with beautiful people as well.
I love that the
Yeah.
moon is what sold it. That's
The moon
fantastic.
sold it. Yes, yes.
And what I love about that story too is that you guys came back and had a little vacation here, and the vacation, in vacationing, you loved it. Because doesn't that happen so often when you go on vacation? You're like, I love this place. I could live here. And you did.
Yeah, we actually did it. And then, when we finally found a house and we moved here, and I still feel like this is so surreal to me because do you ever get used to the sunrise and the sunsets here? Do you get used to that? No? I don't think you could.
I have lived here most of my life,
Okay.
and I never get used to it. Last night we were heading west on Silver Creek Road, and the sun was setting, and it was like gold and purple last night. And I'm like, look at this. Like, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had to teach my son that he's a young driver now.
Uh-huh.
No matter how gobsmacked you are by the sunset, you cannot snap photos while you're driving. Right? Like, it's cool to be gobsmacked. If you need a photo, pull over and take one. So, yeah, you never get used to that.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us, in addition to performing, and how cool that you do that with your husband, you've got a whole vibrant life of your own. So can I tell people how old you are?
Oh gosh, please do. I have no problem with that at all.
So I'm going to tell you, and the thing is, I'm embarrassed because Dorothy's older than me, but I think that she looks I thought she was like 10 years younger than me. Dorothy is 62 years old, but you're in such good shape. So healthy, such vitality.
I tell people, I say, that's why I tell people my age, because we need to know that we still have value as we age. I mean, you got to get out, you got to move, you got to do something. And I started bikini bodybuilding when I was 54 years old. So it's never right. It's never too late. I started at 54, and all of the things that has happened to me since then, it's because I did get into shape. And I wanted to grow old gracefully and be able to, get out there and beat my kids, my boys. My oldest boy is 43 and the other one is 30. So I still want to kick their butt in anything they do. So, and I'm also a great grandmother as well. What? But yes, I'm a great grandmother. But you got to get out there and move. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter your level. You don't know how to train. There's so many people out here who can help you, like yourself, Kristin. They can contact you, or they can contact me, call me. If you don't know what to do, just ask someone. And I would be willing to help anyone, because I want everyone to be in shape and to realize how important your health becomes as you get older.
Mm-hmm. So Dorothy, somebody doesn't just go from being everyday average to being bikini bodybuilder, lean, mean, fighting machine.
Oh, no.
Where did you start? So if people are like, there's no way I can do that, let's just give a little bit of humble pie today and say, people don't see the journey. Where did you start?
Oh, gosh. Man, when I started initially, I didn't know where to begin with anything. I came home one day crying to Jace. I said, my hubby, I was like, I don't know what to do with myself. I have no future. Literally crying in tears. It's like, well, you're an electrician. I mean, you can do Photoshop. You're an engineer. You can do all of these things. I have nothing to offer. Seriously, I'm like over exaggerating a little bit, but I did not know what to do with myself. And he said, you have to just move. And so that was about Ooh, that was about 54, 50, yeah, 54, 55. And at that time, I was 168 pounds, but I am 5'7.5", but that's a lot of weight for me. But you have to start chopping, just taking small steps to where you want to be. And you take those small steps thinking that you're going to go this direction just to get in shape. But there are a lot of things that happen along the journey, which will give you the vision as to where you want to go, or give you the inspiration and the motivation to continue that journey. But start small.
You're such a paradigm of hope, Dorothy. Thank you for sharing and confiding that you had that existential crisis, right?
I
Because
did.
who hasn't? And it's always really hard to figure out where to go from there. And you're a perfect example of keep going, just keep going. The universe
Just
has some
keep
kind of
going. There
plan.
is something out there, and it becomes even more difficult as we age. It really does. Because we have life things. I mean, we're raising a family, we're trying to go to work. I mean, at that time I worked an 8 to 5 job, but I would get up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the gym. You have to, yes, get up at 3:30 in the morning, go to the gym, and I would be there for like 2 hours, come back home, shower, get dressed, go to work from 8 to 5. And I would go back to the gym in the evening to lift. So I would do cardio in the morning and go back in the gym at night to lift. So you set your priorities. And when you set your health first, everything else falls behind that, because you cannot take care of anyone if you're not healthy yourself. So you have to begin with yourself. And
Can
it's
we
not
say
selfish.
amen to that? Amen to that.
Yeah. And thank you. And that's not being selfish at all. It really isn't.
I tell my husband, Doug, that the first hour of the day is for me. So I get up at between 5:15 and 5:30. I'm at the gym by 6, and I put an hour in for myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is about me getting centered on what needs to happen for the day. That doesn't have anything else to do with anybody.
Exactly. That's how you do it. And I tell people, when you start your workout journey, you also have to determine what works best for you. Are you at your best in the morning for working out? Some people do not like mornings. You like mornings, Tina?
Nope.
Kristin?
I never used to. I've a convert. I hated it.
Yeah.
But I have taught myself that if I do it, I am a more patient person. I'm a more loving person. I'm more energetic, actually.
Yes.
I have more energy getting up early. Totally contradictory. But yeah, I mean, but I think back, probably, I'm trying to think how long we've been in Manhattan. We've been here 10 years now.
Wow.
Guys, I started with water aerobics with the seniors at the Y and yoga, because I had 3 babies and I was struggling. I was not strong. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter where you start. You could walk up and down the steps 5 times in your house and call that a start.
Exactly.
You
there
could walk
you go.
for 5 minutes and that might be a start for you. So
that's right. And as I was, saying, you have to figure out what works best for your system, because a lot of people, their best workout is at the evening, at the end of the day. They just do well. I don't do well at the end of the day. I have to get it done in the morning time, the bulk of it done in the morning time. And that sets my day. And it is like a control thing for me. It's like, I am in control of what's happening here. I'm getting up to do this. I'm making a conscious effort to do this. I'm making a conscious effort, rather than have all of that soda, I'm going to have water. You have to get your water. Those are priorities that you have to put into your game plan, your health, and it will pay off. I don't have like this massive 401k plan behind me, but I tell you, when it comes to my health, I've got one heck of a balance behind me, because I've done what it takes in order to have a healthy body.
All right, let's talk about, look at your amazing skin. She is glowing. Tina, don't
you glowing? I know.
It's from the cold air out there.
I mean, you can do a lot for your body at the gym, but you don't get skin glow at the gym.
It's from drinking all of the water. And then plus I also have to keep the skin looking good and healthy, because I do model and I fly back to Nashville for my modeling job. So I have to keep that skin healthy and everything. But yeah, I believe it's from eating right, living right. And it just pays on, like I keep telling you, it just keeps paying over and over and over the benefits of a healthy life.
And that modeling, that's a result then too of you deciding to become a bodybuilder, right? Like, is that happened after you changed your life in that way?
Yeah, the bikini bodybuilding was first. Well, let's see, music, then bikini bodybuilding, and that confidence level was just like, whew, it just shot up. And then I got back into modeling. And the crazy thing about it is this particular agency I was trying to get into when I was much younger, I was not able to do it. But as the age that I am now, I was able to get into it at 55, 56. It's like, what is going on here? You know, but it's just all of these things start happening because I believe it's your confidence level. You just have this inner glow. You don't, you just love your life. You love who you are, and you're just not afraid to take chances anymore. And I think that probably comes with getting older too, because, you know, we've been through so much that as we get older, it's like, well, I'm not going to be worried with that. You know, I can do anything I want to. This is the whole freedom of just getting a little bit older. And I'll say you start smoldering as you become older.
I love that.
I want to smolder for sure.
Smolder. Yeah.
Dorothy, if somebody wants to see you perform locally, you perform in Manitowoc, where can they see you?
Well, we will be doing like a small skit and like a small song in Heartorama each day. It's a 2-minute song that Jace wrote about Manitowoc, here in Manitowoc. It's a beautiful little song. So we'll be there each day that Heartorama is airing or have their show. And I think it may be 6 days. We'll be out at Tish Mills the month of May at the Forest Inn. We love the Forest Inn. If you haven't been there, please go. It's a beautiful theater in Tish Mills. We'll be at the Drum House in Sturgeon Bay, and also at Heigermeister Park. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, in late July or June or something like that. But go to our website, meettheseavers.com, and you will see all of our shows listed there as well.
That's so awesome. I love that you have so many opportunities locally. Like, you can thrive and do all the things you love to do right here.
You can. Yes, you can. And I tell you, it's just all about moving. And you also have to have like just that positive energy around you, you know. So and it's all about attitude. You got to have the right attitude, and things are not going to happen like as quickly as you want to, but stay in the game and have a great attitude about it. You can do this. We can do this. You know, just get up and start moving.
Such good advice. Hey, Dorothy mentioned that you and Jace have this song called Here in Manitowoc.
Yes.
I've got a link to it. Kristin, I don't know if you've ever heard it before. I think our viewers would also enjoy it. Let's just take a quick listen to Here in Manitowoc. This is Meet the Seavers.
I live in a town that's small and quaint,
on the eastern shore of a northern state,
where a cod ferry comes from across the lake. Here in Manitowoc, there's a pool and a roller skating rink.
Downtown there's a sub that does not sink.
There are clean bubblers from which you can drink. Here in Manitowoc, you will never find a nicer place, no matter where you go. There's something magical that's here, even at 12 below, 12 below. There's a zoo and an old-time candy store.
There are flower gardens by the shore.
Raw West Capital and so much more. Here in Manitowoc.
You know, honey, what I really love about Manitowoc is the fresh air, and the people are really nice here.
Manitowoc, you will never find a nicer place, no matter where you go. There's something magical that's here, even at 12 below, 12 below. There's a giant cow by the ice cream shop.
There's a ring in the street where Sputnik dropped.
If you are intrigued, you should stop. Here in Manitou, here in Manitou, here in Manitowoc.
So you should stop here in Manitou.
How has that not gotten picked up by like the city of Manitowoc or the you know, like How are we not using that somewhere else?
Yeah, I think it's coming. It's a time and a place for everything. And Jace really felt so moved by the city and his life growing up here that he really wanted to give back to Manitowoc. And I think it's just the coolest little song. You know, he did a great job on that. Even if he is my hubby, I'm sorry, he's my hubby, but I just love that song. 'Cause every time I hear it, I just, yeah,
it's very happy and cheery.
It is so upbeat. And it's just like Manitowoc has all of these cool things about it. I mean, all of the cool things. So yeah.
Yeah, and he did such a good job really capturing all of that flavor.
I didn't know what a bubbler was though. It's like, it's like, what's a bubbler, love? You know, because as you can tell, I've got this Southern accent. I grew up in Mississippi and I moved to Pittsburgh and I was there for about 8 or 10 years, and then 30 years in Nashville, and now 3 years in Manitowoc. So that's where the Southern drawl is coming from, y'all. So I was like, what the heck is a bubbler? You know, it's like, it's a little.
It makes perfect sense now, though, doesn't it?
It does. You know, but that 12 below, I mean, I think it gets colder than that here.
Really. Yeah, 12 below is kind of generous.
Dorothy, have you picked up on any Midwestern words or phrasing?
I think that you betcha thing, maybe. I don't know, is that one? I hear them say that, but yeah, I have nothing to give to that. I know I really should have more, but no, I'm still in my Southern face. I don't think that will ever go. This is just me and who I am. I won't be picking up anything.
You've only been here 3 years. You give yourself some time. So my husband has lived in Wisconsin now for like 20 years.
Yes.
And just like a couple years ago, he started saying "op."
Oh.
And I was like, oh man, yes. Just made my whole world like.
Kristin, Doug was like from Ohio or somewhere?
Yeah, Doug's from Ohio.
Did he know bubbler? Did they say bubbler out there, or is that?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think that was new for him.
Dorothy, what did you call it before a bubbler?
I don't know. It's like a water fountain. Is that, you know, we're going to the fountain, get a drink of water, you know.
Okay.
You know, or we things like we have these discussions about what do you call a soda? Is it a cold drink or is it a soda? What do you call that? You know, but we have these different things because, you know, as people would, you know, see, we are interracial. So we have these different these different things that we just or crack up about because there are things that I do in my race and there's things that he does like, why do y'all do that? You know, and he said, well, why y'all do that? You know, so, but we've been married for like 17 years now. So it's just part of, you know, us acting silly. So we can always see both sides of everything, you know, which is the cool thing about our relationship. And we did meet on Match.com.
What?
Yes, we did. We did a whole nother show about dating, a whole other show. It is quite fascinating, you know.
So if somebody is watching and they are considering or are currently exploring online dating, what is one tip?
I would give it to them. Never accept a black and white photo. You always get a color photo. Everybody looks great in black and white photo. Oh. That's my tip. Yeah, I can give you more information too. Like I said, we need to do an entire show about that. I can tell you all the things that I did when I was on there. I mean, it was fun, but it's like I've learned. I approach that thing like a job. I mean, like a 8 to 5. I want to know. You know, I want this guy who's this height. He's got to have those eyes. He's got to be working. He's like, I approach this thing like methodically.
I love it. I have a feeling you do that process with all things in life.
I do.
So Dorothy, hey, in case there's any seamstresses out there, let's tell people what you're looking for, right? We were talking about your amazing selections of costumes for your performances. What's next?
Okay, we have this song that's called Language of Your Clothes. And I am looking for a seamstress to work with me because I am looking for a quick change outfit. I want to be able to change at least 4 or 5 times within one particular song. So if there's a seamstress out there who would like to work with me on that project, please let me know. You know, you can go ahead.
Oh, so does that mean you're on the stage, you're performing? It's just
a drop.
Quick. Okay.
Yep. You know, I'm singing another few lines and I want to drop again and sing some more and I'm dropping again. these are different types of outfits, obviously, but I want to do that quick change very, very fast. And it just brings so much more to the audience because we want to do more than just stand there and sing. We want to give you a performance. And if you come to any of our shows, we will have like haiku poems, that you can think of. We will have like the Wheel of Destiny that we use at our show. I mean, we have puzzles. We try to bring things to the audience that would have them enjoy the Seavers more and get to know the Seavers. So we can say, you've met the Seavers,
What I'm going to do is I'm putting your web address at the bottom of the screen. So,
Okay.
folks, if you want to find out more, if you want to link to some of the Meet the Seavers videos.
Exactly.
And what's cool is you guys not only do the musical performances, but for a long time in Nashville, you did kind of a variety show where you interviewed different musicians. By the way, I've started following a couple of those musicians that you interviewed because they were really great.
I tell you, they've got some slamming musicians there. But yeah, we did our TV show there in Nashville, and it was very cool because it was DIY. Like I tell people, we did everything out of the house. I mean, there were several occasions where we went outside, but we can be so creative when we want to, right? We made our own commercials, It was just, we had candles. We had these little candles. We put them all over the living room, It's like, oh, this is pretty cool here. So yes, go to meettheseavers.com or Meet the Seavers YouTube, and you'll find all of our shows that we did as well. There's just so much to do in life, people. Just get out there and try to do something. Okay, if you fail, you fail, but at least you tried to do something, And I don't want to have any regrets as I get, I don't want to say older, but as I get more savvy, I want to say savvy, I want to look back and say, girl, you did your thing, didn't you? No coulda, woulda, shoulda for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I love no regrets. I think it's so freeing just to step in and say, well, we're going to try it. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. And if it does work, it'll be really fun. And,
There you go, Kristin. Exactly.
Dorothy, you're such a good inspiration. Okay, so with the bodybuilding, with the drinking enough water, are there any other choices you're making diet-wise that you think are beneficial to your lifestyle?
Well, it's getting enough sleep, in which we all struggle with getting enough sleep. But you've got to combine all those things. You need to just take it slowly. Don't try to do everything at one time. Take one thing at a time. I'm going to get more sleep, or I'm going to concentrate on this. Maybe take that and work on it for like maybe 2 weeks and say, okay, I've got the sleep thing under control. I know I need to go to bed at this particular time. And then you start adding on. It's the same thing with your nutrition. Don't try to do everything at one time. Pick a couple things. Oh, I'm not going to have any chips for, 2 weeks. And if I can get past that, I can add something else on it. Or like you said, Kristin, walking upstairs. Okay, I'm going to do 10 stairs today. Maybe the next day I'll do 20. You keep the next week or so. You just keep building on to that. So never try to accomplish all of that at one time. Get a game plan, or get an accountability coach, or call Kristin, or call Dorothy. You got resources, okay? And there's so much information out there on the internet as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You got this. I love that. I love that inspiration. Dorothy, your energy is incredible. You're a paradigm of hope for all of us. I love the concept of smolder when you're older and aging gracefully. We've got so much to learn.
Yes. And, and I did that purposely because, there's so much out there for our younger generation, so much inspiration out there for them. And I don't want to leave that generation behind. But for us as older or getting a lot older in our years, we need that inspiration from people that we can actually see and touch and feel. I am not a celebrity by any means, but, at least that I am 62. That girl she's traveling the road of just being healthy and wanting to help people. I love, we can,
on fire.
Yes.
She should be singing. I should not be singing today.
Well, Dorothy, this has been so much fun. And unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. But is there anything else you want to say to our viewers before we go?
I want to just tell people, just get out there and live life. Don't get caught up in all of this negativity, because once that negativity hooks onto you, it stays with you, it nests within you. And we don't have a long time on this earth. We've been granted just a short time, so take advantage of each day. And it's difficult to live that, and you say, well, tomorrow I'll be okay, or I'm going to be here tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen the next minute. So whatever it is that you think you want to do, try to live your life and be positive. That's the message of the day.
That's beautiful. Mwah!
Love you guys. Thank
Our
you
guest
so much.
today, Dorothy Seavers with Meet the Seavers. We've been so happy to have this conversation with you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, ladies, as well.
We appreciate you for watching Coffee with Kristin and Tina. We're your hosts, Kristin Odell of KLO. I'm Tina Prigge, Vagabond Creative Studio. Our special guest over here. Wait, there, here, Dorothy Seavers of Meet the Seavers. Thanks, you guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.